Hey everybody, and welcome to another Age of Empires 1v1 on Arena. I'm very excited to be casting this one. In the blue in the south we have John Slow, he's playing as the Celts, and in the north we have Dark Noob, who's playing as the Saracens. Arena is a classic Age of Empires 2 map, where you start with stone walls, and these two are classic Arena players. They play Arena pretty frequently. John Slow is a legend. I'm sure you saw the video uploaded to YouTube within the past week or two. And yeah, he's well known for his Arena strategies, his out-of-the-box strategies. And I wanted to show you this one in particular because I thought this one was pretty cool. So it's been a few days since I've uploaded anything to YouTube. I want to just apologize to you guys. I've been busy. I was sick for a couple days, which wasn't ideal when I stream and commentate Age of Empires 2 videos. And then I had to officiate my friend's wedding, which was a lot of fun. It is not T90 official anymore, it is T90 efficient. So, obviously, you know, it's their big day, and I wanted to make sure that I got everything right. And I was pretty nervous, guys. I was pretty nervous. It was a pretty small wedding, but getting up in front of people and officiating a wedding is very different from casting Age of Empires 2 games in front of thousands of people when I'm behind my computer screen. So I was stressed about it. I was practicing, and I'm happy to say that everything went well. I'm very, very happy for them. And no, I'm sorry, I will not officiate your wedding. I've had everybody asking me now, like, oh, you gotta officiate our wedding. No. No. I don't want to do that again. I think those two were the exception. My two friends were the exception because they're such good people and people I've known for a long time. So anyway, we have Celts versus Saracens here. And, man, these are two powerhouse civilizations. Celts in late game, arguably one of the best civs around. They have their strong infantry and they have their strong siege. And Dark Noob is just being annoying here, letting John Slow know that he sees this is open. John Slow will actually need to be careful, as he doesn't have Loom. But Saracens as well for Dark Noob, also a very strong civilization. They get Siege Onager, they get Bombard Cannon, they get Hand Cannons, Arbalests, Champions. I mean, there's not a lot that they don't have, except for Cavaliers. So, I really like the Civ. Possibly one of the Civs that can face off against the Celts. Just thinking about what the late game options might be, Celts are almost always going to go for Woad Raiders and Siege. So sometimes you see Woad Raiders and Onagers, sometimes you see Woad Raiders and Rams. But let's say that one of those two options happens for John Slow in late game. Well then, I think that Dark Noob would opt to go for Gunpowder. If he has Hand Cannoneers, then he can snipe the Woad Raiders before they even close in. And then he could also use Bombard Cannons to snipe any enemy Onagers. Now, he would then be weak to Rams, because Rams can be quite a big meat shield. But normally, to get to full Siege Ram push, it takes a long time, as you have to go for Woad Raiders as well, if you're John Slow. So, then Saracens could go for either their own Onager, as Onagers do a much better job versus Siege Rams than Bombard Cannons do, or he could go with something like Hussar. He could even go for Mamelukes, which is one of my favorite units, but I do think that they're a bit weaker than they should be right now, and until that is changed, it will probably not be the ideal unit choice. So already, you see Dark Noob building a few houses. This is a smart decision. He's building a wall behind his walls, just in case he gets trushed. John Slow, he tower rushes people, and now, spoiler alert, if you watch the Legend of John Slow video, he douches people. He drops down centers on them in Arena, so you can never be too careful, I think. And you need to build the houses anyway, so it makes sense that Dark Noob would do that. But I'm pretty certain right now that we will not see a tower rush from John Slow. Yep, second lumber camp pretty much gives that away. And then Dark Noob as well seems to be going for, yep, Fast Castle. So Fast Castle is when you have a lengthier Dark Age, and then right when you arrive in Feudal Age, you'll have the resources to click up to Castle. And then in Castle Age, there are lots of options, like you could go for Siege and Monks, you know, Saracens would be quite good at that. Celts even could do well with the Siege. But yeah, the game plan is to just go towards Castle Age. And this is something that used to be more common. In fact, this is the only way to play Arena. But the meta shifts over time. This is a very old game. And there's less lag now than ever. And the players are better than ever. So I think that they're able to do more. And certainly there's more people playing. So they're able to explore more strategies. So I guess we should look at the maps. This is normally what I would do. Because you have one main gold, which is 7 tiles. And then you will have 2 extra golds that are 4 tiles. That is pretty much standard for most Age of Empires 2 maps. Most of you probably know that, but if you don't, you learned something already. So there's the main gold for Jon Snow. I like the position of it. Could be a little bit awkward if something runs in here, but the likelihood of that happening is rather small. And he could always delete these walls and build a few more tiles to take that to the edge of the wood line. His second gold is in the back. He's just now scouting that. It's very important you scout so you know where to go. And then his third gold is, oh, right here, right next to the wall. So that's obviously not ideal, but he has 800 times 7 here, and he has 800 times 4 here. So he has thousands of gold, and he can always work his way there. We'll look at Dark Noob quickly. Dark Noob has a nice main gold. I like that. You see one of his extras is here, and then one of his extras is here. So both of his secondary golds are forward and outside of his walls, so not as good. And even this stone could be tough to hold down. Now this is something that Jon Snow could scout, and he already sees one of them. If he sees both of them, he might opt for more aggression. So sure, on the map Arena, you do have walls, but you can normally gather what you should do based off how your map is. So Dark Noob should be thinking about locking these down in some way, and then Jon Snow, he should be pressuring them, right? I also should point out, since we're talking about the normal resources, both players arriving to Feudal Age at the same time, there are also 2 extra golds that are 3 tiles. So one of them is actually in the back of Dark Noob's base, so he lucked out here, and he has a nice little pocket of space to add town centers and boom. So if he does get pushed on the front, he could always fall back to this. And again, good scouting from him. He's obviously experienced and knows where he needs to go. The other gold, for those wondering, is out here on the left. Now, there is a difference in builds here, which is worth pointing out. Jon Snow is going for a stable. So the easiest way to fast castle is to just build a blacksmith and a market, because you only need 2 buildings, and then you can click up. To do what Jon Snow has done here, it's a bit more of an investment, because you have to build the barracks before building the stable, so you build 3 buildings. But I like this style. I think it's a really good style, even for all civilizations, except for Mesocivs, of course. Make a few scouts then, you don't even need any upgrades on them. And the idea is to hold that map control, and to get as many relics as possible. Because on Arena, normally players do hit the Imperial Age. So it's always good to have those relics. And then if he wants to send a villager forward to build a siege workshop and start pressuring with a few mangonels, or if he wants to leave his base at all, he should be pretty secure with that. Of course, he does not know that Dark Noob is not going for the same strategy. But he'll find out soon enough, and Dark Noob will probably not get as many relics. But let's look at his gold. So he has 5 on gold. He has lots of wood, so I think we'll see a monastery, maybe even 2 monasteries from him, and then TCs. It's always possible that Dark Noob can just convert the scouts, so there's definitely potential for him, but it's very tough. Because the monks are so slow, and you only need a few scouts to kill a monk. So he'll have to pay close attention. And I'm pretty sure these 2 villagers will be building. Yep. And 2 monasteries? Okay, 2 monasteries. And a TC. So he's showing that he wants to go for relics. However, he will only have that. He will have no spears available. He won't have anything except the faith in his lord. And light cav for Jon Snow. So light cav, much better. It is an investment though. So it should slow down his boom in theory. He invested into the scouts, which is a couple hundred food, and then the light cav upgrade. So in total investment, I'm not going to do math on stream or I guess on video because people tend to judge, but we're around 300 food. It's hard, guys. It's hard to do math on the fly when you have witnesses, okay? Not too bad for John Slow, though. He'll be on 3 TCs. So I guess one player invested more in wood in Feudal Age, and that's John Slow because he wanted to get the stable. And then one player invested more wood into military buildings in Castle Age with the 2 monasteries. So I guess it's fairly even, and Dark Noob is a little bit behind with the TCs, but that won't be a huge deal. The bill counts you can see on the overlay here, and here comes a light cap, but Dark Noob, he knows it's coming. And John Slow, why did... Really weird, he hesitated there, didn't he? He hesitated, he started running in, then he thought twice about it. I was really surprised he didn't delete the light cap. Sometimes that's the correct decision. If you know you're gonna lose it, just delete it. Because now Dark Noob not only kills a unit, essentially, but he gets a free unit, and he could go out sniping monks if he wants. And John Slow, wise to run away this time. So already Dark Noob is getting 1 relic. He's getting Sanctity now to make these monks a little bit beefier. And guys, it is not easy to do all of this. It is really not. All 3 town centers need farms so they can work correctly. So you have 3 TCs, you're toggling through them to create villagers at all times, then you're adding the farms for them. And then you have to pay attention to your monks, and if you look away for a second, you could lose your light cap or you could lose your monks. So while it's rather slow play compared to some other Age of Empires 2 games, Arena is really tough. And John Slow must think that Dark Noob's over here. This is Dark Noob's point of view, so he has some time to react. And he goes in rather early here, but they are light cav. How many conversions will he get? Wow! He got 3 conversions! And look how weak the monks are as well. So that's 4 total conversions now for Dark Noob. And John Slow says, Dadgum. Dadgum. He says, hello, Keef. Keef is an Arena player who's known for his monks. And Dark Noob says, thank you, sir. So, wow, I mean, are all the monks on 11 HP? I think they all went down to 11-ish, and then maybe these 2 were just healed a bit. So close. And again, if Dark Noob would have reacted a second later, or a half a second later, he would have lost all those monks, and he would not have this relic, and he would not have this relic. So, John Slow investing into the stable, investing into light cav. I mean, he does have 2 relics, I have to say, so he's able to get 2, which is good, but it really hasn't paid off in the battlefield. So it will be 3-2, which is as 50-50 as it gets in an Arena game, when all 5 relics are collected. And let me take a look at the economies. So what is John Slow building up towards? You would think that 61 villagers with Celts would be enough, but it's really not. Sure, they have a strong economy because they chop wood faster, which means sooner buildings, sooner farms, sooner TCs, etc. But really, they struggle because their options are very expensive. Woad Raiders, to get them fully upgraded, it's thousands of gold, thousands of food, and then the siege as well, so we'll see. He is on stone at the moment. And if you look at his scouting, he has seen pretty much the whole map. So if he could afford to build a forward castle, he could go for that. But that's not the best decision right now. Because of the fact that Dark Noob has light cav roaming around and he has monks, he wouldn't be able to comfortably get that up. So I think maybe what John Slow will do is he'll build a castle in his base. So he'll either build it here, that way he can slowly start pushing out and secure that stone, or here to secure the gold. That's what you need to think about at this stage. So Dark Noob, he's building a university, even another TC in the back, so he really is going to commit to the boom here. Will he get a conversion against John Slow? He will not. John Slow runs away. He's learned his lessons. But university means that Dark Noob might go for chemistry. Because he could have gone Monastery Siege Workshop for his required buildings. Oh, Dark Noob reacts a little bit later here. And I think all the monks are going to die. I think every player will lose his monks. John Slow gets a few conversions. That one monk is hiding out behind there. I don't know if Dark Noob could click that because of the positioning of the light cav. So that light cav is the real MVP, and that is better for John Slow. And Dark Noob says, thank you, Keith. So, you know, they're making jokes back and forth. Really weird that scale mail armor is being researched by Dark Noob. That would be for infantry. I could be wrong, but I want to say that that was a misclick. We'll see. He doesn't have a barracks yet, so he's not going infantry. And you need a barracks before you build archery ranges, so we still aren't sure. He could go for stables or something, we'll find out soon enough, but both players are on the way to Imp. Dark Noob will be an Imp slightly faster, however he's behind about 10 villagers. It would be funny if Dark Noob could get a light cav conversion here. Just get a conversion, finish off the monk. But John Slow's just hanging out now, and remember when I said that he couldn't go forward, well now he can after those conversions. Yeah. So sure, all the relics were collected, but it's still very important for positioning. Dark Noob is now building the defensive castle, and John Slow, because of a unit which is pretty useless to him now in light cav, he's able to go forward. So every unit counts. And he's going for a castle, he's going with siege workshops, and he's already working on the rams. And here we go. Here are the archery ranges now for Dark Noob. So guys, it's really important now that Dark Noob has some time. Because if he goes for chemistry, well, he's going for chemistry, right? And that chemistry upgrade unlocks the hand cannons, and it takes a long time to finish that upgrade. So normally you're gonna have the time in this situation because John Slow, he won't want to engage prior to having something besides siege here. And Dark Noob perhaps expecting some onagers, he's getting block printing, could go for redemption, so he's just getting some more monk upgrades, which I like, so he can convert some siege. Now this little patchy area on the grass is a spectator bug, so Dark Noob doesn't know that there are siege workshops there. I just want to make that clear. But remember, he doesn't have this gold. He doesn't have this gold. Fortunately, is this in the back. He will need that soon. And chemistry is just about to complete. And John Slow is making only rams. So this is where you need to make a decision when you're playing as Celts. Do you upgrade to Elite Woad Raider, or do you go Siege Ram? The problem with Siege Ram alone is that you will have nothing to protect it. But currently, Siege Rams would actually do quite a bit of damage. There's no melee from Dark Noob, and you really need melee versus the Rams. So, John Slow built a forward castle. Remember I said if you build a forward castle, this can happen. You could overextend a little bit. And wow, he's choosing to research Siege Ram, and he's getting Furor Celtica. So that is a unique upgrade. I'll show you the tech tree here. That gives your siege workshop units plus 40% hit points. So these will be the strongest siege rams in the game in a moment. 200 HP already, and they're just capped rams. And John Slow has not made any infantry. He's just gone for straight up rams, perhaps expecting the fact that Dark Noob would be going for hand cannons, so he said screw infantry. I'm going for the rams. Who needs men? Just get siege. So the rams now have 380 HP, and as you can see, the hand cannons don't do all that much to them. So the trebuchets are attacking this castle, but now the trebuchets could die to the siege rams. It's a brilliant move, John Slow. It really is. I think he'll lose his castle here. No, he saves his castle, and he's pushing in, and Dark Noob is completely blindsided by this. He saw the castle there, he did not know the siege workshops were there, and this is where he needs, well, he just needs something, right? So you see him adding mangonels. Mangonels can work, but John Slow's just using his tanky siege rams to chase down everything. So he's clearing up the buildings, he's clearing up the houses. Dark Noob is actually housed at the moment. He's scrambling to get more population room. Dark Noob has, I don't want to call it real military, but he has non-siege military. But it's all going down. And the ram train will just not stop here from John Slow. So this little man, this little bombard cannon needs to run. He can't fight. Again, he's pretty much useless here. Everything is dying for Dark Noob. And this is where you really panic as a player. Like, he has to build houses. Right now he has to build siege workshops. It's just getting too costly to rebuild things. And he also doesn't have that much space, remember. Because John Slow is halfway in his base now. It's a really unique strategy from John Slow, and it's worked out brilliantly. Because Dark Noob, he expected the Woad Raiders. He expected Onagers. And John Slow expected that Dark Noob would expect that, and he's pushing in with mainly Rams. And again, not a single Woad Raider has been created. Just non-stop Rams. And the question is that enough now? Because population's pretty even, 138 to 138 actually. It feels like if he had Woad Raiders with this, he would finish off Dark Noob. So the Rams, I mean, they're still alive. They're still doing a great job. But it might not be enough to finish off his opponent, so he now upgrades to Elite Woad Raider. Is getting the infantry defense upgrade. Man, this is just ridiculous. Dark Noob has rebuilt all these buildings. He's using villagers to attack the Rams. All of these buildings he has rebuilt are just going down. And he's in full panic mode. He has idle villagers. He doesn't have resources. Now he's going for Onager. Oh no! He's using this siege workshop to research Onager. But I think he might save it. That's a risky place to research Onager. It's another upgrade that takes a long time for him. Just look at this. It's so packed in here for Dark Noob. Oh, it's 50% of the way. I mean, honestly, guys, he doesn't really even have any Mangonels that will upgrade to Onager. And he's going to lose the upgrade. I try not to be too judgy when I cast. I think that, I mean, it's obvious Dark Noob is scrambling now. He has villagers everywhere. He has 40 idols. The Rams are just pumping into his town, but I think for that upgrade, you need to, he's doing it again here. You probably need to build the siege workshop in the back. But hindsight is 2020. And John Slow is probably going to kill that again because these Rams, they just don't die. And here come the Woad Raiders. They are elite, but again, the elite Woad Raiders die to the hand cannons, remember? This is why Dark Noob made them, so he might not be too disappointed to see Woad Raiders. But what the Rams can do is they can continue to act as a meat shield, and they can distract the hand cannons a little bit. And that is... No! Dark Noob! Dark Noob! Well, he's not called Dark Pro. He's called Dark Noob. And he lost his Onager upgrade, and he's going for it again. I'm just... How many buildings has he lost here? He doesn't have space. Okay, there we go. There's some back siege workshops. The crazy thing is, though, the populations are pretty close. That's what's crazy about this. Dark Noob has the same amount of military as John Slow. No, don't lose the upgrade. It's a 92, 93, no, 97, 98, 99. Whew. It's fine. I thought he was going to lose it, but he finally completes the Onager upgrade. So he gets a little bit of luck here. And John Slow is going to continue to push him with castles. Now, Onager can, I mean, you still have the same problem with Onager. Sure, Onagers are a bit stronger, but they will still die to the siege rams if the siege ram's getting close. And look at this, man. Look at this. This ram train has been going on for the last 10 minutes, and there's seemingly no end to it from John Slow. Freaking incredible stuff from him. Dark Noob has idols everywhere. He he barely has any farming eco. He is making scouts. He's just making something, you know? Anything that can kill these siege rams, but it still takes so damn long. These poor hand cannons, man, they probably wish they would have been camels or some form of melee, because they're useless. They are just useless in life. And John Slow, he avoids the hand cannons as he's trying to build another castle. He might just go over to finish this one, why not? And this has got to be so frustrating for Dark Noob, man. It's got to be so tilting. John Slow is playing this incredibly well. And this is a really hard strategy to kill when you're playing reactionary, when you don't know what's coming, right? It's a lot easier when you know what's coming, then you can prepare. But the surprise really worked. And now John Slow is at 195 population. Now John Slow is, well, he's probably going to win this game at this rate. He'll get this castle up, I believe. He just needs to distract the hand cannons, right? And Dark Noob doesn't want that to happen. He's going to try and build a tower, anything to help out. But there's so many villagers around here. They should finish the castles. So this castle will go up, and then this castle will go up. So rams on rams on rams, castles on castles on castles. Just look at this. Anytime he sees an onager, he goes, oh, that's cool, bro. Boom. And focuses it down. This is not easy to do. John Slow is making an incredible strategy look very easy. And poor Dark Noob. You know, in the Legend of John Slow video, we saw just how long he holds on, right? Dark Noob, I really should start giving him a percentage of my YouTube income because he makes my videos better because he doesn't call GG early. Hopefully Dark Noob doesn't watch this. Dark Noob, if you watch this, I was just kidding. But seriously, I was not kidding about the fact that you make games good. Win or loss, you make games good. And of course John Slow does as well. What an arena game! The ram train was the key to success there. That was so cool. John Slow expected that Dark Noob would expect the infantry and went immediately for rams. Wow. And, you know, Dark Noob, perhaps if he built a few back siege workshops, he would have been fine. But again, hindsight is 20/20. He probably thought that with the mangonels he created initially, he would be okay. So he had a ton of hand cannons. There were no woad raiders from his opponent. So he had to be thinking, oh, this will be fine. Like, this is alarming, but this will be fine. I think if he had built the siege workshops in the back, he would have gotten the onager upgrade earlier, and maybe he would have kept more mangonels alive. And if he kept them alive, if he had 5 to 10, then he could one-shot the rams, and he could just micro backwards if he needed to run away from them. John Slow just didn't give him an opportunity to get rolling with that, right? So, cool stuff. The second I saw this game, I knew it needed to be on YouTube. So, funny enough, the KD, Dark Noob has 121 kills, and he has 101 deaths. So he had more kills than John Slow. But look at the buildings raised. Guys, this is a game that lasted 44 minutes game time. And why am I... Wait, it's not saying achievements anymore? Oh no. Hold on, we're going to test this. No, we're not going to test it. Guys, I think the achievements aren't going to show up any longer. It said achievements there. I mean, I could be crazy. You guys can see in the video what I clicked, but I think because this is a recorded game, it's not going to show that more than once? Huh. Well, anyway, this is a 44-minute game time. 93 buildings were raised, and I don't know how many times siege rams killed onagers. I wish there was a stat for that. I really wish that we could see just how many mangonels, how many units went down to only rams. That is a ram train if I've ever seen one. So I'm gonna try and close this out. It might become a black screen though. Oh, we got music. You'd think that I would know that happens on recorded games after I've been doing this I've been doing this full time for so long. But anyway, we got music. This is good. I'll show you this. Economically, Dark Noob was fine. It was fine. Gold was close. He didn't really need the food. So yeah, guys, it was a fantastic 1v1 game. I have so much more coming to YouTube over the next week or two. I have a lot of offline content, so we'll have more Legend videos. We'll have more expert games. I'm really excited to bring them to you. I'm doing a few more offline casts every week now. So while I do upload things from my Twitch to YouTube if it's a highlight like a community game or a tournament, but I'm focusing more on the offline casts again. That way I can get more dedicated time to just talk about a game without all the distractions. I should say, and I'm going to plug this on a lot of these videos because I want people to know about it, I will be uploading a small video to announce the Hidden Cup. Now, I'm uploading this on the 25th of September. On the 28th of September is day 1 of Hidden Cup. So if you guys are YouTube-only viewers, if you guys have been considering stopping by the Twitch stream, the Hidden Cup is going to be a blast. It will be on the 28th, the 29th, and 30th of September. It is a 12-person Age of Empires 1v1 tournament. Only every single player's username is hidden. So we will not know who the hidden users are until after the tournament completes. And I'm really excited. I think there can be upsets because players who might struggle with the mindset when they're up against Viper or Tato or something, they might not know who they're up against and they might play to their full potential. So definitely check out the Twitch stream. Thursday, I'll be streaming community games. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be Hidden Cup. So at least for the next week, we're going to have some amazing things lined up. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the next video and the next stream. Thank you guys so much for the continued support, and I'll see you next time.